Okay. Well, oh boy. Hang on, what's inside there? Hello, and welcome to another indie horror game demo. This time we're playing the demo to The Lies We Tell Ourselves. So we're playing as a young man who's just kind of let himself be idle and waste his potential. And apparently some people are celebrating some things. And yeah, it looked like an interesting little game. We're gonna kind of experience a bit about what exactly this guy is doing wrong. And I feel like I'm gonna have a lot to say about this game. Okay, so what's going on? So it sounded like we were out at like a party or something, or a sporting event, and we finally came home at like 2:30 in the morning? Ish? You're not seeing anything, by the way, because I'm not seeing anything. Ah, here we go. God, Jesus, I'm so wasted. Sounds like a good time. Must have forgotten my keys when I left. It's way too late to ring the doorbell. Yeah, let's see if we can go sneak in. Dad's gonna kill me, birthday or not. Oh yeah, that's right, it's technically our birthday. Yeah, I think this guy's in like his late 20s too. Okay. There we go. Oh boy, that is... There were no options, by the way, in the game. You pretty much saw everything when we started. Okay. Yeah, so I can't really control sensitivity. Damn it, why is it locked? Maybe I can get in from Mr. McGrawny's shack. The secret passage near the bushes should still be open. Okay. Oh yeah, it looks like somebody cut a hole in the fence. George and I used to sneak in and out all the time when we were kids. So who's George? Is that like our friend? Is that our brother? Thank God, bless Merengue's sleaziness. It's possibly even worse than I remember. Yeah, it seems like Mr. Merengue is, this pile of trash might be useful. Okay. Just need to stack one more box and I could climb over the fence. Yeah, it seems like he might have a little bit of a clutter problem. Here we go. This looks pretty solid. A sturdy metal box. Alright, so yeah, this is obviously just tutorializing us. I mean, so far it controls pretty well. The interactions are a little awkward, but nothing too terrible. And then we go ahead and we go there. Alright. Home sweet home, the spare key should be behind the left lamp. I will say, the game actually does look pretty nice. If nothing else. Okay, behind the left lamp, there we go. Oh, what? Oh, okay. So let's see. To avoid burglars finding the key in a spot, we bought a special 2-part magnetic key. The top half should be attached to one of the bench's legs. Got it. I wonder if that's actually a real thing. I've never heard of that before, but honestly, that doesn't really mean a whole lot. Okay, is there a... I don't really see a... I don't see like a piece of a key anywhere. But in all honesty, I'm not sure that I would. Hang on, what did that say? Top half should be attached to one of the bench's legs. Okay, looks like I just found it here. Yeah, I would suggest hiding that somewhere else. Have it hiding under a flower pot or something, because that's a little too pixel honey for me. Yeah, that's mostly just kind of frustrating tedium to do. Alright, well anyway. Let's go ahead and let's go use this and let's go inside and go, I guess, get yelled at for being plastered. Yeah, I know that's actually it's becoming more and more common in the modern day. Is like, there's a really bad endemic problem set where young men in particular are just giving up on kind of their lives. And it's actually starting to be a very, very real problem because you kind of can't have that. Like, in general, people tend to want human companionship and partnership and everything, but also, it seems like every time there's a loading gate. Why is it so dark? Is the power out? I don't know, maybe if you carried a flashlight. Where the hell am I? I don't know. What? Okay. But anyway, yeah, like, you really can't have that in your society. If you have large numbers of people that are just, like, quitting out, that causes huge amounts of problem, because then people can't get, like, people won't get married, they won't have kids to kind of support future generations, they won't go out and improve themselves, they won't do the hard work it takes for a society to survive. It's really dangerous how many young men in particular, even nowadays, or especially nowadays, are basically hopped up on ADHD meds and just kind of give up on meaningful relationships. You think you just got here, but in a way you've always been here, among comforts you didn't earn and knowledge you never craved, protected and imprisoned by yourself in a safe yet immutable existence. Changing your fate takes way more than just complaining. It requires commitment, dedication, and the knowledge that uncertainties and failures are part of the game. In the absence of all that, you're only left to keep on rotting in here, until your inevitable death. Yeah, that's kind of exactly the idea. Like, this, a lot of people are just kind of, no idea what the F this is supposed to be. Looks like clutter. Depending on the dream I have, it was so vivid I can still clearly remember it. Science, I don't feel like reading them all. Oh god. Mom's ornamental plate, but I broke it and got rid of it. How can it be here? The F? I don't know what that is, but I'm not getting any close. Yeah, it's like oil being going off there. And then just kind of dripping off. That actually looks pretty nice, though. But, yeah, I mean, like, there is a huge problem. This looks unpleasant. Where people are just giving up. Filthy, it's like the branches are burrowing out of it. Wow, I just completely fudged that up. The branches are growing out of it. Thank you, brain. Oh, God. Like some sort of giant worm? Ew. Ugh. And there's nothing in there. Ew. An art piece. A vase, some candles. And apparently we don't have a reflection. So hey, if you guys want the advice from somebody who has kind of been in the position of someone who very easily could have and almost nearly did multiple times in his life just give up, if you're ever in a position like this where you're just like really unhappy, some hanging on the wall and it's missing now, I highly, highly recommend, well, a few different things, actually. Especially if you're a young man and you're just kind of feeling lost, because that was where one of the points in my life where I almost just popped myself in the fucking brain. Why is there stuff war by the toilet? What is wrong with you? Anyway, yeah, a couple of things to keep in mind. 1, take care of yourself physically. 2, don't be afraid to go see a psychologist. 3, get a job. Like, a job that works you at least 20 hours a week. And 4, get yourself a couple of different hobbies, preferably at least one of which is not something typically associated with your current hobbies. Like, for example, you guys don't care. What the fuck am I doing? I should be playing the game. But anyway, yeah, like, for example, you know, being a straight white guy who's middle class. Giant cactus, that seems horrendously unsafe. You know, it's no surprise that I like shooting and I like games and everything else, but something that's really... These porches, what are they doing here? Oh, is this the family? My father, mother, and me. There's talks on Beloved Dog, me and George, my best friend. Oh, so that's who George was. A sketch I drew of Sammy, the love of my life. My favorite towel. But anyway, yeah, one thing that a lot of people end up being really surprised at when they ever look at me is I'm actually really big into tennis. I love playing tennis. I will pretty much never skip an opportunity to. And it's little things like that that go a long way. Bottle of wine they gave me for my birthday. What is it doing here? So yeah, if you focus on those 4 things, honestly, life pretty much takes care of itself at that point. Padlocks and chains blocking the access to the wardrobe, impossible access by hand. A valve with a missing handle. Duct tape. Okay. I can probably use that. On what, though, is the question. An artsy, decorative piece of trash. Books, I've heard of them. Honestly, I'd be less angry at this idiot if I didn't know people who actually did have that attitude. The same people who were like, wow, I'm proud because... Oh, it's a fake apple. Yeah, they're like, wow, I'm proud. I haven't read a book in like 20 years. And every time I hear someone say that, I just want to cuff them upside the head. I see you decided to act. Very well. It'll be a difficult process and there will be consequences. However, great endeavors often arise from small and insignificant gestures, such as looking inside oneself and discovering who one really is. That is actually a really, really important thing to pay attention to as well. The succulent plant Giuseppe gave me years ago. I managed to kill it within a week, but what is it doing here? I'm not sure. But yeah, I mean, part of the reason that I had to take that break recently is because I was just feeling like completely lost and kind of just not really willing to carry on. And sort of having the time to refocus on stuff and sort of reevaluate similar premises actually is part of what made this game interesting to me. My dream gaming station, shame it's turned off. The stupidly expensive wireless headset I always wanted. I don't know what that stuff is, but I'm not getting any closer. Okay, so what do I have? Adhesive tape I found in a drawer in good condition. The non-adhesive side is made of a dark, rubbery, and rugged material. So yeah, it's basically duct tape, right? So what am I gonna possibly do with those? Okay, I can't do... Okay, those... Oh, hello. You're not locked, though. But I don't see anything useful in there. Oh, wait, hang on. Can I... Okay, I can't, like... I can't use that there. So what exactly am I looking for, then? I'm looking for the giant TV screen I wanted, but it's connected to nothing. Yeah, I kind of feel like there should be... Oh, what? Now I can crouch? What the heck? I tried earlier, and game didn't let me. Okay. So hang on, let me double check this. Was there... So it said something about looking inside oneself. Looking inside of oneself, but what exactly would be looking inside myself? Would it be... Okay, it wouldn't be there. Mirror? Oh. There's something wrong with the reflection. Hello? What is this? This is the same picture from the... Yeah, same picture from the game art. This portrait, Mom painted it when I was a child. She was happy back then. For a while, at least.
Sweetie, lunch is ready. Okay, Mom, coming.
Not much has changed since then. She still calls me when it's time to eat. Yeah, so, as I was saying, this is probably going to get a little more preachy than you guys might want, but, I mean, in all seriousness, like, don't let yourselves fall into the trap this guy has, where you're, like, in your late 20s living with your parents because you've never left, you've never done anything, you've never lived your life. And, I mean, honestly, like, if you do all four of those things that I suggested earlier, and you're still just feeling completely lost, honestly, best advice I have... Yeah, go ahead and just do something drastic. Do something big. Okay, I still can't replace this. Yeah, do something seriously big. Like, you're 18 years old or 19 years old and you're like, God, I don't know what I want to do with college and I hate my life and I just kind of don't have anything that I enjoy, go enlist in the Army Reserves. Go join the Peace Corps. Go do something for a few years. Like, the one thing you should never ever do is just be stagnant. Because if you're stagnant, you're falling behind. And the only thing on this earth you never have is time. You cannot get it back. You have a set amount of time that someday will finish. Also, I'm really confused by this game, because I have no fucking clue what it's asking me to do. Yeah, I mean, okay, so they talked about dinner, but I assumed that I would have to go here and do something with the plate, right? Yeah, I thought maybe, like, I'd have to go repair the plate and change the past, but no. Oh, here we go. Choices you make or let others make for you. What you feel or pretend to feel. What you see or don't want to see. The past that you believe is finally behind you, but that instead is even more a part of you, now that you can no longer touch it. Everything contributes to who you are and who you could have been. Everything has a price, even a second chance, don't waste it. That is really... hello. Okay. A small golden key. Was that for... what, this down here, maybe? Okay. And then... oh, here we go. And then there's the valve wheel. Or the valve handle or whatever. That is still so freaking weird, but anyway. Yeah, I'm actually kind of happy that this game, that get a chance to play this game, though, because it's something that I've been thinking a lot about in recent times. And it's something I think not enough people actually are willing to engage with. Yeah?
What are you doing in here, son?
I'm making an axe, but this wood is too slippery to grip. Can you help me?
Oh, now you want an axe. You're always using my tools to mess around with your little projects. How many have you started so far?
I don't know, 50 or so?
And how many have you finished?
3.
Maybe you should think about more important stuff than all this bullshit. Go wash your hands, dinner's ready.
But Dad...
Now!
Okay... I didn't need a stupid axe anyway.
Honestly, I can also really heavily sympathize with this guy. The idea of starting a whole bunch of projects and... yeah, not really having them go. Okay, so hang on. So, 50. Okay. And then is it going to be 3? Is that going to be the mix? Honestly, I actually kind of like this little design of this, this, like, digitized... an axe blade? Yeah, this digital safe system there. I don't like the eyeball staring at us, though. That's kind of freaking me out. Enough with the effing letters. Fine. Okay. Cool, I guess. Oh, wait. Is this the, Impossible? I made this stick like 10 years ago. Oh, okay. So yeah, this is the slippery stick I carved during my Viking phase 10 years ago. Should have been the handle for an axe, but didn't have the means to get myself an actual blade. And the wood is too slippery, and this is an axe blade that was exactly what I wanted when I was a kid, but not very useful on its own. Oh, here we go. Manageable stick. Wrap the tape around the stick, now the grip is solid. It's an improvement, but it's still just a stick. And now we have an axe blade. Alright. Can I chop this open? Okay. Well, oh boy. Hang on, what's inside there? What? What on earth? What was that? What the hell was that thing exactly? Okay, well, what sort of stuff is hiding in here, I guess? What a foul stench, yeah. But no, mother effer, alright. We're just gonna keep on going, I guess. But no, really, I think just like, this is actually something that's really kind of fascinating to see a game about specifically a young man, because it's more common, I think, among young men. Can't stop thinking about the stupid acts, who are just like giving up on their lives. That day with my father, something changed. It wasn't just the day I stopped sneaking into his tool shed. It was the day I gave up on something I really enjoyed doing. I never thought about it. Part of me died that day. Yeah, and like, don't get me wrong, not having a supportive family is really important, but like, I think if you can do those 4 basic things we talked about, like if you can take care of yourself physically, which, by the way, doesn't mean you have to be like a model or a competitive fighter, or you don't have to be like a rail-thin marathon runner. Just be moderately fit. That's all that really that idea goes towards. But if you can be moderately fit, and if you have a job, and by the way, I mean a real job when I say that too. God, I'm sorry. If you know, hey, do give me a favor, guys. At the end of this video, if I'm proselytizing too much and like giving too much undesired or uncared about advice, feel free to tell me to shut the fuck up. Because sometimes I worry that I do that with topics that I have like a really deep connection to, like this, because I could very easily have seen myself down the same path that this type of person was. But anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so if you can take care of yourself physically, if you can make sure that, you know, you have like a good support network, if you have a job, like a real job, so whether it's something as simple as working, whether it's even working retail or something, like the thing it can't be is it can't be, oh, I'm gonna be the next big streamer and you play video games all day. Until you can make that as an actual income, that doesn't count as far as I'm concerned. You have to have like a relatively normal job. Doesn't matter what the job is, but it needs to be something relatively normal. Something that could, in theory, pay the bills. And odds are is something that if they didn't pay you to do it, you probably wouldn't do it. And then yeah, just having a couple of hobbies too. I don't know, it's one of the things that actually I think is really deleterious. Oh, if I had something to attach this hook, maybe I could climb down. Okay. But yeah, it's something that I think is actually really deleterious to young men. Is their complete lack of ability to have any real success in, like, the dating pool. But being a boring stay-at-home asshole who just does nothing but play League of Legends or Counter-Strike all day and, you know, you never really do anything interesting and new? An old rusty chain, that's not gonna be tetanus and a half. I don't like the noises I'm hearing. But anyway, yeah, so like having your interests and stuff, things you can talk about and engage with people, and being physically attractive, I think would go a long way for a lot of young men in general too, who are in this position. What the hell? Man, why? You've seen what's chasing you, right? You have definitely seen what's chasing you. It's a frickin' giant worm that looks like something out of Penumbra. Hopefully it'll hold. Yeah, I hope so too. What the F am I doing? I'm not sure, man. But it's the only way all the things still around you. I don't remember there being chains around all this. On 3. 1, 2... And there we go, we broke our back. Probably the end of the demo, right? Okay, and there we go. So that was the demo to The Lies We Tell Ourselves. I'm extremely grateful for playing the short but engaging section of The Lies We Tell Ourselves. If you enjoyed it and it sparked some interest, please consider wishlisting the game on Steam. It really does help. So yeah, I'm actually going to wishlist this one. I think it's a really fascinating game that's going to do a lot to... that's going to have a lot that I could talk about on it, but... Yeah, like I said, if I'm proselytizing and whining and giving too much unsolicited advice, tell me to shut the hell up and I'll try to cut it back. But that was an interesting little game. This hits at a good time, I think, because I've been in, like, the same rut that I think people who find themselves in this position are. My life's just a little bit different, because I live across the country and everything else. But, yeah, still, fun little game, nice work developer. I actually did enjoy this, and I'm going to keep an eye on it, and hopefully get a chance to play when it comes out, because this was pretty fun. So, if you guys enjoyed the video, if you wouldn't mind, please leave a like or leave a comment. How did you feel about the demo to the lies we tell ourselves? Anything that I talked about that you guys disagreed with, I'd love to know about. But as well, like, how did you guys feel about this overall premise? How many of you have found yourselves in the same place, or could see yourselves in the same place that this guy was in? Yeah, I'd be curious to see how many people also happen to, like, kind of get themselves into that rut and manage to pull themselves out, or feel like they're still stuck there. And if you're new to the channel, if you enjoyed the video, if you wouldn't mind subscribing, I would really, really appreciate it. And for everybody else, thank you very much for watching the demo to the lies we tell ourselves. I hope you enjoyed, and I look forward to seeing you in another video very soon.